welcome to Chesapeake Energy Arena in Oklahoma City. It's a Noche Latina special as we get set for this matchup for the second meeting of the season between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs. As we get things started, Jeff, who on the Spurs do you think they need to keep an eye out for here tonight?
Tony Parker is a premier point guard in this league.
Got to get the people.
He came in as a great finisher.
Give the people what they want.
He knows better now.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DG94 here with another NBA.
Now he's in a great system that highlights his great skill set. But
NBA
also
live,
his
my career game plan today.
Been at a higher level.
Aldridge.
We are taking on the Spurs. We're going to try and see if we come out here with this win.
Here's some scores.
You know why you're here. So let's get right into it.
Coming off a remarkable
so yeah,
aggressiveness yet still controlled defense that
this Kevin Durant situation, you know what I'm saying?
Gives you such an opportunity to get out in transition. That was the difference in the game.
Now, I want to state for the record,
you're going to give yourself a chance.
I am not
stripping and poking at the ball,
doing what everybody else on the internet is doing. Everybody else on the internet right now is shaming Kevin Durant for going after a ring. I'm not shaming him for going after a ring. Like I said, for me, it's not about the ring. I want to see Durant get a ring. It's not about the ring. Like I said, it's about the legacy that he's leaving. It's about his legacy. That's my main concern right now. My main concern right now is really just his legacy. You have to understand, this is my favorite player. This is a guy that I choose over the likes of LeBron James and Kobe Bryant for all these years. For all these years, this is a guy I prefer over any other player. And like I said,
when Tim Duncan finally departs. But I would be shocked
instead of trying to be the man, he became the plan. And I don't think people understand what I mean by he wants to be the plan instead of the man. And basically all I mean by that really is he's letting like when I hear, you know, how Jerry West told him about how Jerry West
making the defense work with excellent ball movement.
Told him, you know, hey, you're gonna win championships, and we're gonna win championships. But together, we can win. We can win titles for many years. When I hear that, I don't hear, "Are you the greatest player? You gonna be our main priority. We gonna make you gonna be the star talent. We need your leadership." None of that was said. All that was said was, "We gonna win championships, bro. You just gotta join the system." That's all it was. It was never about being the man. And that's what I mean by being the plan instead of the man. He's a plan to them. They plan on making him join the system. They want him to join the system, not be the one that, you know, controls how things flow in the system. Is basically where I'm getting at with this. I'm not saying that I'm not in no way, shape, or form shaming him for wanting to go after a ring. If he wants a ring, by all means, get yours. I have no problem with Kevin Durant going after a ring. I don't. I tell you right now, I have no problem with him going after the ring. I'm not ring shaming him. I'm just questioning his legacy.
Ready to take that next step.
This does take effect on his legacy.
Well, I think it's going to be Leonard and Aldridge
everybody talks about
to take over
the
for that
LeBron
great
James
trio
decision
of Duncan,
versus
Ginobili, and Parker. Together in tandem, what a duo.
versus this right here. And I have to say, it's different. It's different in a sense of how it was constructed and the team that he's going to.
You're a great free throw shooter.
Like with LeBron, he was going into an experiment that could have went 4 years horribly wrong. It could have went 4 years perfect, but it went the way it went for those 4 years that he was in Miami. Now with this team right here, this ain't really an experiment. This is already an established team that's just adding one more piece to the puzzle. And did they give up some pieces? Yeah, they gave up rim protection. They gave up pretty much rim protection and defense and a solid wingman coming off the bench for a superstar elite athlete on the wing, which isn't a bad move at all. But to be honest with you, when I look at all this as a Kevin Durant fan, when I look at all this, all I see is this is being part of the plan and not being the man. That's all I see. Every time I hear somebody trying to defend this, like I said, it's not about loyalty. It's not about taking the cheap way out. And I don't think it's a cheap way. I'm not saying that this is a cheap way. Like I said, if he wants a ring, let him get his ring. But what I do want him to do is to be the man. I want him to be the #1 guy on that team, not part of a system. That's where I'm trying to get at with this. It's really about him being part of the system instead of him being the guy that the system is ran around. The system won't be ran around him. The system will be
Tim Duncan is understated.
The system will be.
He's just like you.
He'll be part of the system. That's really what I'm trying to say. He'll be part of the system instead of letting the system run around him. He will be part of the system, which is what I don't like about him joining the Warriors. Like I said, he wants to be the plan instead of the man. That's really all I'm getting at. Not shaming him for going after a ring. If you want a ring, go get yours. Go get it any way you gotta get it. But at the same time, I feel like you should still want to be the man. That's my only issue here. I feel like he should still want to be the man, not the plan. You feel me? That's what it is with my favorite player right now. My favorite player, I feel like he's just stepped into a situation where he's going to become a role player and not a... Because when you really look at the Warriors, if you actually watch the Warriors throughout the past 2 years, you could tell that everybody plays a role. Even Steph Curry. Steph Curry is the MVP.
Quick move gets inside.
And yet,
he's got a foul, and he'll head to the line with under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
He's playing a role. Steph Curry plays a role on that team. He's not the superstar. He's not the guy that just goes out there and does what he wants to do. The only reason why he's been doing what he wants to do is because, well, he got a fucking squad. That's pretty much why Steph Curry has been Steph Curry. Okay, Steph Curry has been Steph Curry because he got a fucking squad that you got to. It's not like it's not like it's not like Kobe and the Lakers. Okay, it's not like there's Kobe and then there's everybody else. Like it's like there's everybody else, then there's Kobe. It's like you're going after one player, you're going after an entire team, and that's the thing with the Warriors. And you know what I'm saying, everybody plays their role. Everybody plays their role. Steph Curry plays his role.
Into the paint. And he throws it down.
Klay Thompson plays a role. Draymond Green plays a role.
To Duncan.
Andre Iguodala plays a role. Sean Livingston plays a role. What will Kevin Durant be doing on that team? Playing a role.
Here to end the first half. The Thunder up by 19.
He'll say he doesn't get to step out of the boundaries like he could in Oklahoma and just go out there and be Kevin Durant superstar. He doesn't get to do that anymore. From here on out,
and we're back at the Chesapeake Energy Arena.
He's going to have to play a role.
Along with me is Jeff Van Gundy.
And I know everybody's going to be like, well, don't everybody play a role on their team? Yeah, everybody play a role on their team. But when you're the man, the superstar, the number one guy to go to on your team, 9 times out of 10, you're the guy who's mainly the star and the main focus of the entire thing. With the Warriors, there's no true star.
Not only put 2 points on the board, but give an emotional boost to
it's like everybody has a part, and it's a big part. It's not, because anybody can step up to the plate and be a superstar on any given night on team, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing. But when it comes to a guy like Kevin Durant, you want Kevin Durant to be the guy to say, put the ball in my hands, get the fuck out of my way, and let me go to work, because that's who I am, because that's the nigga that I am to this team. But on the Warriors, it won't be like that. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be like, Kevin, you just stand right here. When we need you, we'll call on you. And that's basically what I see when I see Kevin Durant on the Golden State Warriors, which is why I didn't want him on here in the first place. But he took him, he chose him. That's his decision. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. He's still going to be one of my favorite players. I'm going to watch Golden State Warriors games. When Golden State comes to Milwaukee, trust me, I will be at a Bucks game watching him play. I'm still a Kevin Durant fan. It's just that at this point I can't. It's like at this point though, he's not going to be the Kevin Durant that became my favorite player. I know it's not going to be the same. I know things are going to change. He's not going to be that same Kevin Durant from before. He's not going to be that vicious Kevin Durant, the one that became my favorite player. He's not going to be that guy anymore. He's going to play a role. How long will it take him to adjust into that role? I have no idea. But all I know is this: he's going to be playing a role. So yeah, that's really all I had to say about Kevin Durant. Following up on yesterday's video on the 2K video from yesterday. And the only question I have now is what's next for Russell Westbrook in all this? Because this is the person who I feel sorry for the most. They give him a contract extension. You know, like I know, he ain't signing that damn contract extension. Listen, man, the fucking Oklahoma City has just given up too much talent for bullshit. They've gotten nothing in return. They trade away too much good talent for bullshit. I'll probably say the Victor Oladipo for Serge Ibaka was probably one of the more reasonable trades they made, but still though, they've always traded away good players for bullshit, and I don't like it. Yes, they do draft good players, but at the same time, it's like at the same time, it just takes them a couple of years to find their niche. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it won't be like Kevin Durant, Jeff Green, and Russell Westbrook and James Harden were when they was on that team. It's not they're not just gonna click just like that. They're not gonna find their niche in the NBA just like that. It's gonna take a while. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing about OKC, and now we got Russell Westbrook in this situation. They're possibly going to trade him before next season, because we all know he's not signing no extension. He's not going to stick around with a team that's just giving away good essential pieces
First 3 minutes,
for bullshit.
wrap this game up, take care of business. Don't allow them to even feel any confidence that they can work themselves back into the game.
Like, let's look back at the track record so far.
Parker against Westbrook.
Jeff Green traded for Kendrick fucking Perkins of all players.
For the layup. Can't hit the two. The Spurs with the offensive rebound for a new
James
24.
Harden
Tightly
traded away for
contested shot.
fucking
That was
Kevin
gonna be
Martin,
tough to
who would
make,
then
no matter
later
who you
on
are.
leave the following, who would later on leave, who only stuck around for one fucking season and left to join the fucking Minnesota
As the
Timberwolves.
Thunder take on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Somebody tell me how good of a fucking idea that was to trade away James Harden for. That was probably one of the most dumbest trades I ever thought of, because like I say it's the dumbest trade now, because
Hey, defense in
why
this league
would you
is
trade
all about
it's like,
multiple levels.
what was the
Put the
purpose
ball handler first, and then
of
continue to work
keeping
back to the
Serge
screener,
Ibaka if you was going to
close
trade
out,
him away
and
4
make it
years
hard
later
by
for a
contesting
fucking
the
shooting
shot.
guard,
He puts it in.
when you could have kept a shooting guard and traded away Serge Ibaka, and then down the line you would have got Steven Adams if you just waited and trusted in your drafting skills, which are pretty fucking good, may I add at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, OKC's drafting skills are pretty fucking good. They know how to draft players. That's one thing I won't deny OKC of, is that they don't know how to draft players. The OKC knows how to draft players. They do a pretty good fucking job when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? They do a really good job of figuring out who can be a superstar talent on their team. You know what I'm saying? Then we had fucking Reggie Jackson, man. Look at Reggie Jackson, where he is now, man. And now Kevin Durant is gone. The star player, the man who put Oklahoma City on the fucking map is now gone. Why, if I'm Russell Westbrook, why the fuck would I stick around here? Just give me one good reason why I would stick around here. I don't got Kevin Durant. I done had too many good fucking teammates that's done good on their own. Why would I want to stick around here? Now, honestly, I don't know where Russell Westbrook can go. I only got two good options for him, and that's Indiana, because him and Paul George could really work together because they both play at the same pace. That's the only thing with Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook needs a running mate that can run with him, that can play with him at the same pace that he's playing at. And Kevin Durant was that guy for the longest. The other team I could see him playing with is Team Futuristic. Yes, you can say I'm showing favoritism here, but I'm really not, because when I thought about it, I was like, he could really work out here, and that's Team Futuristic, and that's the Milwaukee Bucks. I honestly believe that a guy like Russell Westbrook could come in here and really change the dynamic and really be a true leader to the Bucks team. A young ass team like that. Team Futuristic, man. This team is primed to be a title contender. And with a guy like Westbrook, who knows how far they could go. But that's just me, though. We'll probably talk about this some more. Obviously, there was more free agency trades that happened and since I've been gone, but we're gonna get into them some other time. But as of right now, Kevin Durant has become my main priority, only because that's my favorite player. He's still my favorite player, just not my number one. Like I said, Kawhi Leonard is officially my number one favorite player. Kevin Durant has moved down to number 2. And Westbrook is at number 3. And you already know where Melo and Wade stand.
for the Oklahoma City
So
Thunder.
we ain't changing that anytime soon. So we just gonna keep it right there for right now.
Spurs are no longer
But yeah,
suffering
man, that's
through
really
what was a
all I wanted to
big-time
talk to y'all
blowout.
about, man.
It's pretty obvious the awful shooting was the biggest reason for their failure here
My
today.
favorite
Here are
player
the guys who put up
joined the
most
dark
points
side.
for the San Antonio Spurs.
You know what I'm saying? My other favorite player, Russell Westbrook. He in a state where you don't know where he can go. He's in a situation where you don't know where he can go from here.
All it would take is one look at their field goal percentage to make an educated guess. They seem to give in and give up in the closing half.
Yeah, that's pretty much pretty much the state that I'm in right now. I really can't speak on anything because
worth 1,000 words.
it just bothers me how
He stood out amongst the rest.
it just bothers
in
me
today's
how
matchup. And here we have a look at the shot chart.
how good this team, how many superstars this team had, and look where they are now. It's a damn shame. It's a goddamn shame
That he fits the title of this segment.
to see Oklahoma in the state that it's in right now. This was a team
Just for you, have a look.
that had so much talent and gave it all away for bullshit.
Make sure you check out your Western Conference standings.
And look where they are now. Ass out.
This is what the future holds for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
So yeah, man, that's pretty much gonna be about it.
This has
We
been a
take care of
presentation
business here.
ESPN
I want y'all to really think about
Until next
OKC
time,
and all the
I'm James
players and
Rose,
talent that they
signing off.
had, and all the talent and players that they lost. And think about and put yourself in Russell Westbrook's shoes, and think to yourself, why the fuck would I stay here? Or even KD's for that matter. You can even put yourself in KD's shoes and understand why there's no purpose for staying here. 9 fucking seasons and we've been to the finals only once. And it's been failure after failure after failure after failure after failure since. I'll be gone too. Like I said, it's not about loyalty. I always said KD should leave. After the Serge Ibaka trade, KD should have left. But other than that though, man, joining Golden State, that was not in the plans. Golden State was not in the plans, but it's okay. KD's still my favorite player, just not my number one no more. So yeah, man, that's pretty much gonna be about it. I will have to see you all in the next video. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. I'll get back to you. Till then, peace out.